Okay, now you have successfully launched your very first campaign. I'm extremely proud of you. I'm also very excited because you did this everything without having to rely on marketing agency, and you have noticed that how this is simple compared to having to do that like without having any experience at all. This is a very easy setup. It's gonna get easier as you launch your new campaigns all over again. But let's just focus on this video on how you can briefly analyze your data. So the only thing you need to do here is, first of all, on the very top right, here you have the date range. So let's say that you want to see how many leads you got in the last 7 days. You click here and you select last 7 days. You can also tweak them. So 14 days, 30 days, you can customize it. For instance, you can select different dates. So from the last 10 days, whatever. So the other thing here is where it says columns. Columns basically represent the metrics that you can use to understand more or less how your company is doing. Generally speaking, you can click here and I recommend you to click performance and clicks. This is the most popular and it gives you all the necessary information. So the first thing you can see is under results, how many leads you got. Then if you go to the right, you're gonna see how much every single lead it's costed you. So cost per result, which in this case, for instance, is $24 per lead, which is an average, obviously. How much you have spent in total in this time range. And then you can also see other data, which I'm not gonna cover now because you don't really need it. But you can also see how many leads a specific ad has generated. So for instance, if you click on the campaign name, you're gonna see all the ad sets. And here already we can see the results for every single ad set. But again, let's imagine you only have one ad set. You click on the ad set name, and here you're gonna see your ads. So let's say you have 3 ads, for instance, or multiple ads, because you're testing multiple images. And here you can see for every single ad, how each ad is doing. So you can see how many leads it got for results, how much each lead costed. So I can see, for instance, that his video, which is Hook 27, has a cost per lead lower than this other ad. And for instance, I can also see that this ad here, this Hook 13, spent $33 but didn't generate any lead. So that's an unprofitable ad. And also another thing you can do, here you can see basically the breakdown of the campaign. So you see ads, ad set, and campaign. If I click back to ad set, I'm gonna go back to the ad set level, and you can see here where it says budget, what is the daily budget of the ad set. And here you can change it. So if you're gonna increase it, decrease it, you can do it from here. So summary then for this video. We covered a lot. We tried to simplify everything as much as possible because we know that this is very confusing and can be very overwhelming if this is the very first time you see these things. But again, you can watch the videos multiple times. I don't want you to get it straight on the first watch, but again, this is an extremely simplified version of the entire ads management, but it doesn't mean that it's not working. This is exactly what we're doing for our clients and also for the clients that are booking 15 appointments every single week, or the clients that are spending $3,000 every month. It doesn't get more complicated than this, and it doesn't need to be so complicated. We have bundled up all our knowledge to come up with an easy, straightforward solution for you to run ads. So, main takeaways. Running ads is indeed complex. Ads can be confusing if you don't have like a clear guide, instructions, and the tools to actually run ads. If you try to run ads on your own the very first time, most likely you felt extremely confusing, and that was also for our clients before working with us. Then how you can actually set up a successful ad. So we cover how you can use the same setup that Ionos is exactly doing to generate 200 plus leads every single week. Actually, right now it's a lot more than that because the cost per lead is even $2 with this setup that I just showed you. Lastly, how you can track results. So easily, without being like a specialist, how you can see how much you have spent, how many leads you got, and how much a single lead costs you. So again, you have just completed the Facebook ads course. the only thing you have left is go set up your campaign, launch it, and get your very first lead.